Please like and subscribe this channel to get you latest video lessons in music, arts, physical education and health grade 10. Are you ready? Before you listen to this video lesson on music, arts, physical education and health grade 10 week 2. Bring out the things you need like your book and module in week 2 first quarter. And listen carefully to this video lesson. Music. Music of the 20th century. Evaluation. Week 8. Evaluates music and music performances, using guided rubrics. Electronic music is music that employs electronic musical instruments, digital instruments or circuitry-based music technology. A distinction can be made between sound produced using electromechanical means, electroacoustic music, and that produced using electronics only. Electromechanical instruments have mechanical elements, such as strings, hammers, and electric elements, such as magnetic pickups, power amplifiers, and loudspeakers. Examples of electromechanical sound-producing devices include the telharmonium, Hammond organ, electric piano and the electric guitar, which are typically made loud enough for performers and audiences to hear with an instrument amplifier and speaker cabinet. Pure electronic instruments do not have vibrating strings, hammers or other sound-producing mechanisms. Devices such as the theremin, synthesizer and computer can produce electronic sounds. Create your electronic music (MP3 and WAV). Create your own music with electronic sounds and rhythms. You can just simply download an app in Play Store or in App Store. In creating an electronic sound, you should know first how music theory works. Then how to use synthesizers. Then build your rhythm and bass. If you're really new, you just download app from your cell phone and record the sound it will produce. Record the music you created. It does not have to be as good as other music producers. The important is you know the basics of making electronic music. Activity 1A. Activity name, melodic. Directions, using an electric instrument or any instrument app. Show a video of you playing the melody of your favorite song. Note, 3 minutes. Maximum, but not less than a minute. Days to accomplish, 2 to 3 days. Accuracy. Student is still progressing in playing the correct notes of the melody. Student correctly played most of the notes in of melody. Student played the correct notes of the melody. Duration. Student is still progressing meet the required minimum duration of playing the electronic musical instrument. Student almost meet the required minimum duration of playing the electronic musical instrument. Student meet the required minimum duration of playing the electronic musical instrument. Impressionism style. Student is progressing towards the demonstration of expressionism style in keeping with the musical presentation. Student at times will demonstrate expressionism style in keeping with the musical presentation. Student consistently demonstrates expressionism style in keeping with the musical presentation. Chants music. The composer leaves a lot up to the performer. For example, might give each player in the band's 4 different sheets in music. On the director's signal, each player in the band could play any one of the 4 sheet in music, starting and stopping whenever he or she wished. Chants music is interesting because each performance is different. One of the important composers is John Cage. His imaginary landscape number 4 consists of 12 radios all playing together at the same time. But the tune is different stations. An improvisatory developed by John Cage. A composer chooses a series of notes or rhythms to include, allowing players at the same time, but all tuned to different stations. An improvisatory style developed by John Cage. A composer chooses a series of notes or rhythms to include, allowing players to create a piece from general guidelines. Chance music is music in which either composition or method of performance is determined by elements of chance or unpredictability. Music is composed by the random selection of pitches and rhythms. How did John Cage come up with Water Walk? For Water Walk, Cage rounded up a variety of instruments all to do with that liquid. A bathtub, a pitcher, ice cubes in a mixer. And the unconventional symphony they produce culminates in the Rube Goldbergian mixing of a drink, the sipping of which the composition dictates about 2.5 minutes in. Naturally, Cage being Cage, the piece incorporates audience reaction noises. When host Gary Moore warns him that certain members of the studio audience will laugh, Cage responds, "I consider laughter better than tears." B. Activity name. The place sounds familiar. Directions. Using any recording app, gadget, go to your favorite place inside your house. Example like your comfort room, kitchen, living room, rooftop, etc. And make your own simple beats using only the things around while singing your favorite song. Note 3 minutes. Maximum, but not less than a minute. Days to accomplish, 2 to 3 days. Rubrics. Creativity. Presentation lacks effort and artistic creativity in creating beat using household materials. Presentation shows effort and artistic creativity in creating beat using household materials. Presentation shows excellent efforts and artistic creativity in creating beat using household materials. Coordination. Student is having a problem singing the song while performing the beat. Student can sing some correct pitch while performing the beat. Student can sing the correct pitch while performing the beat. Chance music style. Student is progressing towards the demonstration of chance music style in keeping with the musical presentation. Student at times will demonstrates chance music style in keeping with the musical presentation. Student consistently demonstrates chance music style in keeping with the musical presentation. Arts, modern arts, contemporary art forms. Week 8. Applies different media techniques and processes to communicate ideas, and stories showing the characteristics of the various art movements. Evaluates works of art in terms of artistic concepts and ideas using criteria from the various art movements. Shows the influences of modern art movements on Philippine art forms. Performance art is a form of modern art in which the actions of an individual or a group at a particular place and a particular time constitute the work. It can happen anywhere at any time for any length of time. It can be any situation that involves 4 basic elements: time, space, performer's body, and the relationship between the performer and the audience. Performing arts may include dance, music, opera, theater and musical theater, magic, illusion, mime, spoken word, puppetry, circus arts, performance art. There is also a specialized form of fine art, in which the artists perform their work live to an audience. However, the term is usually reserved for more unexpected, avant-garde, and unorthodox activities intended to capture the audience's attention. The performer himself or herself is the artist, rather than an actor playing a character as in a stage play. The performance venue may range from an art gallery or museum to a theater, café, bar or street. It might be a series of intimate gestures, a grand theatrical act, or the performer remaining totally still. It may last for just a few minutes or extend for several hours. It may be based on a written script or spontaneously improvised as the performance unfolds. Performance quality. Elements and properties of dance, music, theater, and visual arts. These arts elements, such as color, line, form, rhythm, space, timing, movement, mood, etc., are the ingredients from which works of art are made. Performance is a genre in which art is presented live, usually by the artist but sometimes with collaborators or performers. It has had a role in avant-garde art throughout the 20th century, playing an important part in anarchic movements such as Futurism and Dada. Indeed, whenever artists have become discontented with conventional forms of art, such as painting and traditional modes of sculpture, they have often turned to performance as a means to rejuvenate their work. The most significant flourishing of performance art took place following the decline of modernism and abstract expressionism in the 1960s, and it found exponents across the world. Performance art of this period was particularly focused on the body, and is often referred to as body art. This reflects the period's so-called dematerialization of the art object, and the flight from traditional media. It also reflects the political ferment of the time, the rise of feminism, which encouraged thought about the division between the personal and political, and anti-war activism, which supplied models for politicized art actions. Although the concerns of performance artists have changed since the 1960s, the genre has remained a constant presence, and has largely been welcomed into the conventional museums and galleries from which it was once excluded. For further study about performance art, you can visit this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel explains what really performance art is. Activity 1. Tika Talk Performance Art Instruction. Using your cell phone, make a short video recording of your own performance art. It can be in form of drama or comedy with the theme, Coronavirus Breakthrough. It should be on the concept of a performance art presentation. 4. Rate your artwork based on the rubric below. Rubrics that will be used to grade your output. Excellent. All required elements are present and additional elements that add to the performance. Good. All required elements and principles are presented. Satisfaction. One required element is missing but additional elements that add to the performance. Needs improvement. Several required elements and principle are missing. PE, Active Recreational Activities Week 8. Assesses physical activity, exercise and eating habits code PE10PF Ib-h-45. Engages in moderate to vigorous physical activities for at least 60 minutes a day in and out of school code PE10PF Ib-h-45. Benefits of being active. We all know that leading an active lifestyle is good for us. If you participate in regular moderate physical activity, you can expect to enjoy numerous health and social benefits, including reduced risk of heart disease and stroke, reduced risk of developing high blood pressure, prevention of some cancers, reduced risk of becoming overweight, better bone and muscle development and prevention of osteoporosis, improved muscle flexibility, strength, and endurance, reduced risk of dying prematurely, reduced risk of falling, and improved mobility and strength for older adults, improved quality of sleep. Physical activity can also help encourage social interaction, improve concentration and learning, increase personal confidence and self-awareness, reduce feelings of depression and anxiety, enhance self-esteem, improve quality of life. Benefits for children and young people. The Australian Medical Association estimates that 20 to 25% of Australian children are either overweight or obese. This is an alarming health trend. The problem is that overweight children are more likely to turn into overweight adults who are often inactive and face a huge range of health problems. Being active not only keeps children and young people fit and healthy, but provides all kinds of social, emotional, and intellectual benefits. Research shows that children doing regular physical activity can have improved emotional well-being, helps young children feel more confident, happy, and relaxed, with improved self-esteem and self-concept. Improved health, encourages healthy growth and development of children's bodies, and similar benefits of physically active adults. Improved mental health, improves concentration skills and ability to manage anxiety and stress. Enhanced social skills, develops skills such as cooperation and teamwork, and a great way to have fun, meet new people and develop friendships. Research shows that children doing regular physical activity can have increased capacity for learning and productivity. Active children are generally more motivated and better organized than children who are inactive, and physical activity has direct links to improved learning outcomes. A more positive school environment, active students are generally less aggressive and experience fewer discipline problems. A reduction in antisocial behavior, active children are less likely to smoke, use illicit drugs or be involved in criminal activity. The exercise program, the warm-up period, to enhance the numerous adjustments that must take place before physical activity, prevents the musculoskeletal system injury by increasing flexibility. 10 minutes is recommended. The exercise period, the determinants of intensity, frequency, duration, and mode of program. 4 methods of training. Continuous training, a sub-maximal energy requirement, sustained throughout the training period, 20 to 60 minutes, without exhausting the oxygen transport system. Interval training, prescribed relief or rest interval, less demanding than continuous training. Circuit training, employs a series of exercise activities with repeated several times. Circuit interval training, combing circuit and interval training is effective because of the interaction of aerobic and anaerobic production of ATP. The cool-down period, to prevent pooling of the blood in extremities by continuing to use the muscles. To maintain venous return, myocardial ischemia. To prevent fainting by increasing the return of blood to the heart and brain. The period should last 5 to 10 minutes. Activity. The past, present and the future and me. Directions. Complete the following statement accordingly. Write your answer on the space provided. Kindly complete the statement accordingly. Like, I was blank that pertains to your lifestyle. I played blank that describes your recreational activity. I ate blank according to your eating habits. Activity 2, let us do warm up. This is a preparation for your body for physical activity that you will be doing. Objective to prepare yourself up for physical action applying general or sport-specific warm-up works out. 2. Procedure. Ask one of the members of your family. Start to jog at your backyard if possible or do the jog it inside your house to improve your pulse rate. Do the light jogging for 2 to 3 minutes. After the light jogging, start stretching your legs, arms, back, and neck for several minutes. The time allocated to appropriately heat up your body can mean the difference between performing admirably and getting yourself harmed. Go through around 5 to 10 minutes on your warm-up routine. Execute either extensive warm-up practices like running, or sport-specific warm-up routine. Activity 3, My Workout Plan. The activity shows your workout plan for future recreational interest. Objective: to develop workout plan for pursuing the recreational interest. 2. Materials, equipment. Worksheets, workout plan notebook. Pen. Available sports equipment. 3. Procedure. Create your own workout plan. Fill up the workout plan table below. Follow the plan that created according to your table. Evaluate the workout plan that you are doing and experiences you have while doing activities. Write those activities that you think you can maintain. From those activities that you have maintained, continue doing it and encourage some member of your family to join. 6. Focus on the following. What activity in your workout plan have you followed? B. Have there been changes in your health that you have noticed since applying your workout plan in your schedule? This the table for your My Workout Plan. Week 1 from Monday to Sunday. Indicate the frequency, intensity, time, and the type of exercise that you will using in order to achieve your goals. Make your goals realistic and achievable, or else this will be a waste of time and effort. Sample exercise that you can add to your activity. Jumping jacks. The jumping jacks is a total body workout which primarily focused on your quads. In lesser degrees it also impacts your shoulders, abs, groin, calves, lower and upper back, hamstrings and outer thighs. Butt kicks. This exercise works on your hamstrings and glutes. Some exercise you can also add to your workout. Donkey kicks. This exercise mainly works out the glutes and hips. Corkscrew. The corkscrew primarily works on abs and obliques. Just lie on your back and tuck below your butt. For support, lift your legs up perpendicular to the ground, while sucking in your navel. You can also add this to your workout. Flutter kicks. Flutter kicks mainly concentrates on your abdominal muscles and helps you reduce your waistline. Lie straight on your back with your hands tucked below your lower back for support. Remember, You can use those exercise routines that you have learned in the previous in your physical education module. Do not forget to start first with warm-up exercise and end it cool-down exercises. Health participates in Program S for Consumer Welfare and Protection. Week 8 participates in programs for consumer welfare and protection. Every consumer has a right that must be protected in everything he/she purchased, whether through online or even in the market. It could be health product, health services, and even the health information of a certain product coming from different sources. This right is stated in the Consumer Act of the Philippines, which was discussed in your previous module. Today, we will dig deeper and tackle about the national and international government agencies and private organizations behind the implementation of different programs for consumer protection. We will highlight the different institutions that made the context into reality so that the product we consumed is free from fraud and deception. The Department of Trade and Industry is concerned with consumer products and warranties. The agency made sure the product brought by consumer is free from defect at the moment they purchased it up to a certain period of time. If the consumer found out that the product is defective, he/she is entitled for a warranty and can be able to return the product for service, repair and/or replacement. The agency also looks for the labeling and packaging of a certain product. They see to it that this product is properly labeled with correct information including metrication and price tag. They are very strict with deceptive, unfair and unconscionable sales acts and practices, including their advertisement and promotion. The Department of Education is concerned with the consumer education and information. It aims to educate and produce a consumer which is a responsible member of a society and develop a critical awareness among individual who knows how to assert and act so he/she is assured of a fair deal and aware of not to become a victims of fraudulent health services, products and information. They also tend to establish a social concern among others to become a responsible individual and sensible of the impact of consumption of different product on other citizens, especially the disadvantaged. It recognizes every individual's social responsibility in conserving natural resources for future generations by raising consciousness about environmental responsibility, and help consumer to realize and understand the environmental consequences of the product they consumed. The Department of Agriculture is concerned with the agricultural products for human consumptions. These include the assurance of quality and safety of every livestock and fisheries product sell in the market. They guarantee the consumer that these products were undergone quality control and inspection to ensure the safety of food all the way from farm going to the market and consumer. It also aims to protect consumer health and facilitate market access of local foods and food production, and for all the other purposes. Through the Food Safety Act of 2013, in coordination with Department of Health, they made sure that the farm products are free from food-borne and water-borne illness and unsanitary, unwholesome, misbranded or adulterated foods. The Department of Health is tasked to establish a standards and quality measure for foods, drugs, devices and cosmetics. The agency is directed to adopt measures that will ensure every consumer will purchase a pure and safe supply of health products including foods and cosmetics. It is their duty to ensure the safety, efficacious and good quality of drugs and devices in our country. Through strengthening the Food and Drugs Administration, which is under the department. The FDA is responsible for licensing, monitoring, and regulation of cosmetics, drugs, foods, household hazardous products, medical devices, and electromagnetic radiation-emitting devices, pesticides, tobacco, and related products, and vaccines. International government agencies and private organizations that implement programs for consumer protection. The Consumers International is a membership organization for consumer group around the world. This organization believes that every consumer has an access to safe and sustainable products and services. They served as voice for over 200 member organizations around the world during policy-making forums and global marketplace to ensure every individual were treated safely, fairly and with honesty. The ASEAN Coordinating Committee on Consumer Protection is an ASEAN organization that aims to protect consumer against substandard products, unethical and unfair trading. These ASEAN nations seeks to create cross-border redress system to advise and assist with the resolution of consumer claims, and a rapid alert system on hazardous consumer products to inform member states of banned, restricted or recalled goods. Activity 1 for our Week 8 Health Grade 10. Directions. Give at least 2 areas of concerns from the following government agencies under the consumer protections programs. Write your answers on the blank space provided on the column of areas of concern. You may visit the link as reference. Consumer agencies charged with consumer protection programs. Such: Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Health, Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Plant Industry, National Food Authority. At the other column, write the areas of concerns. Who has the power to appoint representatives from consumer and business sectors for the composition of National Consumer Affairs? Based on Article 148 of the Republic Act No. 7394, or also known as Consumer Act of the Philippines, in order to improve the management, coordination and effectiveness of consumer programs, a National Consumer Affairs Council was created. It is composed of representatives from the following government agencies and non-government agencies. Who has the power to appoint representatives from consumer and business sectors for the composition of National Consumer Affairs? Department of Trade and Industry (DTI), Department of Education, Department of Health (DO), Department of Agriculture (DA). 4 consumer organizations of nationwide base duly appointed by the President of the Philippines. 2. Business, industry sector duly appointed by the President of the Philippines. What is consumer protection? It is the practice of safeguarding buyers of goods and services and the public against unfair practices in the marketplace. Consumer protection measures are often established by law. What is consumer participation? According to Department of Health (DO), it is the process of involving consumers in decision-making about their health care, health service planning, policy development, Setting priorities. Addressing quality issues in delivery of health services. What are the indicators for consumer participation? The strategies and indicators for consumer participation are: consumer-centered feedback mechanism, complaints desk, suggestion box, feedback survey, feedback on the status of complaints, suggestion, protection of health staff involved in complaints, purchasing power of the poor, PhilHealth sponsored and informal sector enrollment, user fee policy of the local government, health information facility based and outreach, media supporting consumers to co-produce, co-finance health services, individual donations, group donations, mobilizations, wellness support involving consumers in policy, decision-making and management, individual information dissemination, outreach, group membership in local health board, planning. Activity 2. Directions. Conduct a short interview with your parents or family members about their views or opinions on the following issues. Tell us something about the following issues. Non-issuance of receipt. No deposit, no admittance in hospital. Overpriced electric bill. Victim of fake products. Smoking on non-smoking area. What are your concerns regarding these issues? Name the issues that you have encountered from the past and tell us how you handled the situation. Do you know any government agency that handles these particular issues? Name at least 3. As a consumer, how does it affect your welfare and protection? Explain. The link of weekly module will be given by your teacher. It will be posted in your designated Facebook Messenger group chat. For deepening of the lessons in every component, please like and subscribe this channel to get you latest video lessons in music, arts, physical education and health grade 10. After you have listened to this video lesson on music, arts, physical education and health grade 7 week 2. Please notify your teacher about finished activities and even unfinished activities. Goodbye.